The baseball world was hit with one of the most shocking and disturbing pieces of news it has seen in years. The Seattle Mariners' first baseman has officially received a lifetime ban from Major League Baseball following an incident of deliberate foul play directed at Los Angeles Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani. The announcement sent immediate shockwaves through every corner of the sport, and within minutes, the story had exploded across every major sports network, social media platform, and baseball community around the world. Nobody could believe what they were reading. Nobody could understand how something like this could happen in professional baseball. And nobody was prepared for what came next, because Shohei Ohtani's response to the entire situation was something that absolutely nobody saw coming. Will the Mariners player ever step foot on a professional baseball field again? How did this incident unfold, and what exactly did Ohtani do when he found out? What does this lifetime ban mean for the future of the Seattle Mariners? Stay with us, because we are about to take you through every single detail of this extraordinary and deeply troubling story. The incident first came to light during what appeared to be a routine game between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Seattle Mariners. Tensions on the field had been building throughout the game, but nobody inside the stadium expected the situation to escalate to the level that it ultimately did. Witnesses at the scene described the moment of foul play as sudden, deliberate, and completely unnecessary. Reporters who were present at the game immediately began filing reports as the situation unfolded in real time. The atmosphere inside the stadium changed instantly. Players on both benches reacted with visible shock and anger. Coaches and team officials rushed onto the field as the severity of what had just happened became clear to everyone watching. Sources close to the investigation revealed that the incident involving the Mariners' first baseman was not accidental. According to multiple eyewitnesses and video evidence reviewed by Major League Baseball officials, the foul play directed at Ohtani was calculated and intentional. This was not a moment of poor judgment in the heat of competition. This was something far more serious, and MLB took immediate action to ensure that the full weight of the sport's disciplinary process was brought to bear on the situation. Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred addressed reporters in a formal press conference shortly after the decision was announced. The room was completely silent as Manfred stepped up to the microphone and confirmed what many people had already begun to suspect, that this situation was serious enough to warrant the most severe punishment that MLB has the power to impose. Manfred stated that after a thorough and comprehensive review of all available evidence, including video footage, eyewitness accounts, and statements from players and officials on both sides, MLB had concluded that the actions of the Mariners' first baseman represented a clear and deliberate act of foul play targeting one of the sport's most prominent and respected players. He said that this kind of behavior has absolutely no place in professional baseball and that the integrity of the game must always be protected at the highest level. The lifetime ban was announced officially, effective immediately. Manfred emphasized that this decision was not made lightly and that it followed an extensive internal review process. He said that Major League Baseball has a responsibility to every player, every fan, and every person connected to this sport to ensure that the playing field remains safe, fair, and free from deliberate acts of harm. He added that the message being sent today is very simple: there are consequences for this kind of behavior, and those consequences will be severe. The Mariners organization released a brief statement acknowledging the decision and expressing deep disappointment in the actions of their player. Sources inside the Mariners clubhouse described the atmosphere after the announcement as deeply uncomfortable and somber. Several players reportedly refused to comment, while others expressed genuine shock that one of their teammates had been responsible for something serious enough to result in a lifetime ban. Inside the Dodgers clubhouse, the reaction was immediate and emotional. Players who had witnessed the incident firsthand were still processing what had happened when news of the lifetime ban came through. Freddie Freeman was one of the first to speak to reporters, and his words reflected the feelings of everyone inside that locker room. Freeman said that what happened on that field was unacceptable. He said that every player in professional baseball understands that competition can be fierce and emotional, but there is a line that should never be crossed. He said that when he saw what the Mariners player did to Ohtani, his first reaction was anger, followed immediately by concern for his teammates' well-being. Freeman made it very clear that the Dodgers fully supported MLB's decision and believed that the lifetime ban was the appropriate response to what had occurred. Mookie Betts also addressed reporters and did not hold back his feelings on the matter. Betts said that Shohei Ohtani is not only the best player in baseball but also one of the most respectful and professional people in the entire sport. He said that targeting Ohtani with deliberate foul play was not just an attack on one player, it was an attack on the values that every true baseball fan holds dear. Betts said the entire Dodgers team stands firmly behind their superstar and that moments like this only make the team more united and more determined. Manager Dave Roberts spoke at length with reporters following the announcement of the lifetime ban. Roberts said that as a manager, his first priority is always the safety and well-being of his players. He said that when he saw what happened to Ohtani, his immediate concern was getting to his player and making sure he was all right. Roberts confirmed that Ohtani handled the entire situation with remarkable composure and that his response in the immediate aftermath of the incident said everything about the kind of person and professional he truly is. Roberts also praised MLB's swift and decisive action. He said that Commissioner Manfred and the entire MLB office deserve enormous credit for taking this situation seriously and for sending a message to every player in the sport that this kind of behavior will never be tolerated. And then came the moment that the entire baseball world had been waiting for. Shohei Ohtani himself stepped forward to address the situation, and what he said left everyone completely stunned. Ohtani, speaking through his interpreter, began by saying that he was aware of the lifetime ban that had been handed down to the Mariners player and that he had taken time to carefully consider his feelings before choosing to speak publicly. The room was completely quiet as Ohtani spoke, and every reporter present understood that they were witnessing something genuinely extraordinary. Ohtani said that baseball is a game he loves with his entire heart. He said that throughout his career, both in Japan and in America, he has always believed that the sport brings people together and that competition should always be conducted with respect and dignity. He said that what happened on the field was painful, not just physically, but in a deeper way that touched his love for the game itself. But then Ohtani said something that nobody in that room expected to hear. Rather than expressing anger or calling for punishment, Ohtani said that he genuinely hopes the Mariners player uses this moment as an opportunity for personal reflection and growth. He said that a lifetime ban is an enormously heavy consequence to carry, and that while he fully supports MLB's authority to make and enforce the rules of the sport, he personally harbors no hatred or resentment toward the individual involved. The room erupted with murmurs of disbelief. Reporters exchanged glances, clearly stunned by the level of grace and maturity Ohtani had just displayed in front of the entire world. Ohtani continued, saying that he hopes the people watching this story understand that responding to negativity with more negativity solves nothing. He said that his focus remains entirely on his team, his family, and continuing to play the game he loves at the highest possible level. Sources close to Ohtani revealed that his response was entirely genuine and unscripted. Nobody had coached him on what to say. Nobody had advised him to take the high road for the sake of public relations. Those who know Ohtani personally said that his reaction was a perfect reflection of who he truly is as a person, someone whose character goes far beyond what he does on a baseball field. Throughout the Dodgers clubhouse, teammates spoke about Ohtani's response with a mixture of pride and admiration. Freeman said that Ohtani's words reminded everyone in that room why he is not just the best player in baseball but also one of the best human beings any of them have ever had the privilege of knowing. Across social media, fans from every team and every country flooded the internet with messages of support for Ohtani and expressions of amazement at the dignity and class he had shown in one of the most difficult moments of his professional career. The Seattle Mariners now face an uncertain future without their first baseman, and the baseball world continues to process the full weight of everything that has unfolded. But through it all, one image remains fixed in the minds of every person who witnessed these extraordinary events: Shohei Ohtani standing calmly in front of the cameras, choosing grace over anger, and reminding the entire world exactly why he is the most beloved player in the sport today. Thank you for watching. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Subscribe to our channel for more exciting and up-to-date baseball news.